Oh my gosh, so much blood. I feel like I gotta take a shower after watching that movie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to The Sanctuary. We've already seen the capability of one clown sequel this month with Joker Folie à Deux, which is reviewed. Check out the card right up here for last week. And we are back, only with a different clown this time. Thank God. Although this clown seems to be demonically empowered. Corny slasher that can't die but is also super bloody and kind of funny. Who's not down for that? With that being said, let's talk movie. And this week, Terrifier 3. Off the rip, as I'm sure many of you are expecting, this is gory, man. With each installment comes a higher budget, more of a following, more of a fan base, more of that cult classic feeling and acclaim to it. So of course they're gonna bump it up 3 notches. They're like, oh, you saw 11? We're gonna go to 23. White Christmas? Nah, it's gonna be a red one. This takes place 5 years after the events of Terrifier 2. So everybody's gotten to grow a little bit. You know, you have our main character, Sienna, who has returned from the last one. Her little brother, Jonathan, is in college. He's away. And although it's 5 years, you can still see that the reminiscence of art is still very present. Chris freaking Jericho is here.
Hi, guys!
Threw me off guard, but it made me laugh. The rocky dynamic between Sienna and her little brother, Jonathan, even though they're not always in the same room together, you could still feel that tension. And you would think that such a traumatic event that they both faced together, both bearing the same scars, both physically and mentally, you would think it would make them a lot closer. That's the problem. They're on different sides of the spectrum. She's pleading to him that art is here. We need to do something. We need each other. I need you. And Jonathan, rightfully so, feels so traumatized that he just wants to move on and have a normal life now. She's all Sarah Connor, like, oh, I was in a mental hospital, but this guy's still out there and we gotta kill him. Even though this story is centered around Art the Clown, I'm happy that we don't see him predominantly all of the time. You still have the time that you dedicate separately to the other characters that support this film. Can't all just be about art. I know he's handsome, but other characters in this movie, and of course he is one of the best parts of the film. I might be in the minority, but I like when a killer doesn't say anything. I like that Art is very different from other killers because he's so expressive without even hearing anything from him. There's this one scene without context. You know the Christmas vibe. You know what you get in return. And I was like, aw, don't tell me that's a... It was.
I never thought he'd really do that.
In this installment, you can also feel that they felt like they could have just like no holds barred, just really upping the ante in terms of gore, in terms of horror. People go into these films expecting the quality of Halloween, where there's still a super strong story while being scared out of your chest. Terrifier knows what they're doing and what they're going for, and they're doing it perfectly. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about the third movie right now. Lauren Lavera, who plays Sienna, is really good, and she obviously improved so much from Terrifier 2. She really makes herself known as like, hey, I'm gonna kick your ass. My only gripe with this film, and this is leading into the ending, it feels like it's the calm before the storm. Like, you can tell that another one is going to come out of this. I'm not saying that's a terrible thing because I'm all on the train to have more Terrifier. But if I'm left with the feeling that you're just planting seeds for the next one, that doesn't sit well with me. But you did do a good job at distracting me with all the blood and the gore and stuff. That being said, you know what's coming next. There's gonna be another one. Could be 2, could be another trilogy. Who knows? All we know is that the Art the Clown saga by the end of the film is not finished. That begs the question, should you see Terrifier 3? And the answer is yes. Don't wait till stream. Go out to the theater. See this for the perfect spooky time film. This so much better than Joker 2. Okay? Don't waste your money on Joker 2. Use it on Terrifier 3. Unless you're squeamish. Then go see another movie. Or you can get in your car, drive back home, put it on YouTube, and watch more of The Sanctuary. And in case this movie loving lover boy doesn't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.